Hi, I'm Dick Minar with Designer's Point. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about what we do because we're a little bit different than most kitchen and bath places. We really do our best work when we can transform spaces from what they are, because most of the homes that we work in are homes that are anywhere from 30 to 100 years old. And they were built in different ways than our houses are being built today. Today, most houses are being built with open plans where you see a kitchen that feeds into a family room or a living room or other spaces, whereas the older homes were built in kind of a compartmentalized way where you would have a kitchen and a dining room and a separate family room. Everything was separated. And people don't like to live that way as much today. So a good share of what we do is analyzing what spaces look like and seeing how they work together and how they can work together and how we can change them to do that. We'll show you some examples of this, where we take a space that is a confined little kitchen where we had limited space and no access except through narrow doorways to an adjacent space. Usually that adjacent space is a dining room that nobody uses. It's amazing how many houses are built with rooms that aren't even being used today. So part of what we do is try to make the home into a more inviting place to be, an inviting place to entertain, to live with your family, and so forth. The most common thing that we do is to actually remove walls between, usually it's a kitchen and a dining room. If we keep the same function for the dining room, the idea is then to blend the spaces so they feed into one another without a barrier, but still a separate identity as a functional space. That is not too difficult to do, but sometimes the process fights the way that people are experienced with using their homes. And we find that we have to help them learn how the space can be used. I'm going to give you an example of a project that we'd finished recently that illustrates how we work and the results that we can have. This is a home built in the 1920s, a beautiful classic home that had a 1980s kitchen that was too small and a dining room that was landlocked from everything else, and the homeowner came to us and said she wanted to redo her kitchen. We thought it was a good idea, and we talked about removing the wall between the kitchen and the dining room. And she said, well, I don't know that I really want to do that. And we talked about it, and then we showed her a design that showed the combination of what could be done. And she said, okay, let's go ahead. We ended up by removing that wall and putting in an invisible header and opened a door to the front hall that is wider than the previous door was, and opened up the space a little bit that way. And the result was a kitchen dining room combination that really has become a place for beautiful entertaining and ease of use that she never could experience before. It was quite a success. You'll see that in the pictures, you will see that we took the radiators and covered them with craftsman style radiator covers, which turned out to be beautiful. The spaces now marry together wonderfully. And it's very gratifying for us to see that kind of thing, and even more so for the homeowner. It was a project that we really loved doing. If you're interested in transforming your kitchen, your bath, or any of your living space, we'd love to talk to you. Please give us a call.